The world was stunned. All of Dubai turned to watch. A scene that exploded across the internet documented Alexandra Eala's arrival in the UAE, and it was anything but ordinary. Her journey from the airport to the practice courts of the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships was an event in itself. Throngs of fellow Filipinos and international admirers flocked to catch a glimpse of the Filipina star before she embarked on her WTA campaign. It wasn't just an athlete who had arrived. It was a symbol of hope, the new face of Asian tennis who had just descended upon Dubai. During her first public appearance, the staggering length of the lines and the sheer energy of the crowd were impossible to ignore. Overseas Filipino workers stood in line for hours, all for the chance of a single photograph or a signature. The meet and greet and open practice session swelled into a massive event, driven by the sheer volume of people. Organizers were compelled to tighten crowd control as the wave of supporters continued to surge forward. It was an unprecedented scene for a rising player in a tournament of this magnitude, but its significance ran much deeper. For the vast Filipino community across the Middle East, Alex's presence meant more than just a sports headline. It was a visceral connection to home. With every chant of "Go Alex," you could feel the powerful unity of the community. Her radiant smile for the fans and the personal time she devoted to signing autographs infused a global tournament with an intimate, personal touch. Online, the video clip of her arrival ignited a firestorm of conversation. Major tennis pages and international observers took immediate notice of the incredible outpouring of support. The narrative swiftly shifted. She wasn't just another contender in the draw, but a phenomenon with a powerful, established fan base in the region. As her opening match loomed, the momentum off the court was palpable. But the true test would be decided within the confines of the baseline. After such a thunderous welcome, the question on everyone's mind was whether this incredible crowd energy could be transformed into a breakthrough performance in Dubai. Dubai was mesmerized. Its attention captured the very moment Alexandra Eala stepped onto UAE soil. It was immediately clear this was no standard arrival for an athlete. The entire rhythm of the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships seemed to shift on a dime. The usual controlled flow of spectators transformed into a vibrant, emotional current. Even at the airport, Filipinos were already there, waiting. They came bearing flags, waving posters, and holding signs filled with messages of support. Some had traveled for hours, crossing from other Emirates, just for a chance to witness the Filipina tennis star in person. This was far more than a simple fan encounter. For so many, she was a living symbol of a fellow Filipino's triumph on the international stage. Upon reaching the venue, the immense length of the queues was the first thing you noticed. Organizers seemed unprepared for such an enormous turnout for a rising Asian player. Even during the open practice session, the courtside was already packed. Every rally was met with applause. Every ace during the warm-up drew a roar from the stands. The official match hadn't even started, yet the intensity from the crowd was already electric. The meet and greet quickly became the highlight of the day, with young, aspiring players having their own rackets autographed. There were overseas Filipino workers, each one tightly clutching a small Philippine flag. The emotion was visible on their faces as they waited for their turn to get a photo. Though visibly tired from her travels, Alex made time for everyone, smiling, shaking hands, and thanking every single supporter. This was what many were calling the undeniable Eala effect. Social media clips showing the massive crowds outside the stadium spread like wildfire. The videos revealed what looked like an ocean of fans, all waiting expectantly outside the main gates. Several tennis analysts remarked how rare such a scene was for a teenager just starting to climb into the higher tiers of the professional circuit. Within the venue, security measures were visibly heightened. Additional marshals were brought in, and crowd flow was reorganized to prevent any potential crushing. Despite the immense numbers, the crowd remained largely orderly and disciplined. The atmosphere was anything but chaotic. It was energetic, filled with pride, and remarkably organized. For the Filipino community in the Middle East, Alex's presence was about so much more than a sporting event. This was a moment of profound unity. In every single cry of "Go Alex," you could feel the collective soul of the diaspora. For people working hard and living a life so distant from their families, an event like this becomes a powerful reminder of their connection to home. The incredible crowd support did not go unnoticed in the media coverage. Some commentators even noted that the energy surrounding the practice court felt more like a major final than a mere preparation for an early round. It served as a powerful testament that tennis isn't just about rankings and statistics. It is also about inspiration and representation. As her first match drew closer, one thing was certain. Alexandra Eala was carrying not only her own dreams, but the collective hope of thousands of Filipinos. This Dubai debut was never just a simple story of an arrival. It was the beginning of a new chapter in her career, one launched with the powerful backing of a community standing wholeheartedly behind her. If her physical arrival was stunning, its impact online was even more explosive. In a matter of hours, videos of the crowds and Alexandra Eala's first public appearance were trending across multiple social media platforms. A hashtag intertwined with her very name exploded across regional trends, fueled by a viral clip that captured two fundamental truths: the sheer scale of the crowd and the raw, authentic emotion pouring from her supporters. This was no staged spectacle. It was a spontaneous firestorm of devotion. Across the internet, countless netizens declared that the reception felt more like a sold-out concert. It was a phenomenon rarely witnessed in the world of tennis, a level of adoration typically reserved for the sport's most dominant global icons. The spectacle did not go unnoticed, even on international tennis forums. Sports bloggers weighed in, suggesting this extraordinary fan engagement signaled the expanding global footprint of Asian tennis. The narrative began to shift dramatically. Alex was no longer just a promising junior, she was being discussed as an emerging global draw. The immense marketing value of such organic exposure did not escape the keen eyes of industry observers. Brand analysts began to pose the pivotal question: is the market truly prepared for a Filipina tennis star to rise as a regional ambassador? This brand of organic virality is a rare lightning in a bottle, almost impossible to replicate. But its shockwave went far beyond mere numbers and views. This viral momentum carried a powerful psychological dimension. In the brutal arena of professional tennis, mental strength is the most formidable weapon in any arsenal. Stepping into a tournament knowing that a legion of thousands is behind you, both in the stands and online, can forge an incredible sense of confidence. Of course, others warned of the immense pressure that comes with it. When expectations soar to such heights, the burden of responsibility becomes exponentially heavier. Yet, for anyone who watched her interviews, what stood out was Alex's unshakable composure. Her answers remained relentlessly focused on the preparation, on the process, and on embracing the incredible opportunity before her. The global reaction was stunning, with some commentators comparing the crowd's reception to the iconic breakout moments of other tennis legends during their formative years. Although it is far too early to draw grand conclusions, it is undeniably clear that interest in her is surging far beyond the borders of the Philippines. This wave of momentum could very well be a turning point. In professional tennis, timing is everything. The right tournament, the right exposure, and the right performance. If this explosive viral energy aligns with her results on the court, it could mark the beginning of a meteoric ascent in both rankings and reputation. In the end, the question is no longer simply whether she can win her next match. The far greater question now is, how will she bear the weight of this intensifying spotlight? For the moment, the answer can be found in her calm demeanor and her fiercely determined preparation. This episode in Dubai is living proof that a single athlete can become a bridge between cultures, a vessel of inspiration, and a symbol of national pride. From the thunderous welcome in the arena to the clip that blazed across the digital space, one message was broadcast with piercing clarity. The name Alexandra Eala continues to echo into the wider world. And as the tournament presses on, an entire world holds its breath, waiting to see if the deafening roar outside the court can be transformed into a quiet yet powerful victory within it. Before,